How many video games can I 100%? That is the question I've been asking myself a lot lately, and today I'm going to add another game to my 100% list. That game is none other than Doom: The Dark Ages, which is an action-packed, fast-paced, combat-filled game. The story is very welcoming for new players, and the combat has a lot of cool strategies with the introduction of the shield. Doom: The Dark Ages has a total of 28 achievements, and like always, our progress will be displayed by the counter in the top right of the video. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the game. We start out with the village of Column being overrun by demons and in desperate need of help. The game then switches to the Creed ship, where we get our first look at the doomslayer gearing up to go save the people of the village and of course kill a ridiculous number of demons. Once we figure out how to play, we are able to make our way through the first chapter and get to this turret where we can shoot this giant demon trying to invade the village. After we successfully defeat the demon, we get some more cutscenes and our first achievement for completing chapter 1. I also just want to take this time to mention that every level in this game has different secret areas and collectibles to find, but for the sake of this video, I won't be mentioning all of them. During the second chapter, we are able to get our next achievement by unlocking our first weapon upgrade at this shrine we found. Later on in this chapter, we run into our first leader of the game. Leaders are pretty much just stronger enemies that give you a demonic essence which upgrades your stats when you kill them. Defeating our first leader, we were able to get a health upgrade and also an achievement for collecting our first demon essence. Chapter 3 has us controlling an Atlan, which is a giant mech suit, and we can use this mech suit to punch and kick our way through the giant demons. I honestly felt like I was in a scene straight out of Pacific Rim, although with how I was playing, it probably looked more like Pacific Rim 2. Anyway, we got another achievement for successfully completing this chapter, so now we were on to chapter 4. This chapter just involved us running around and killing more enemies until we made it to the end and ran into the Vagary champion. In this game, champions are a form of bosses that will spawn in certain chapters, and after you kill them, they will appear as normal enemies later on in the campaign. This guy wasn't too difficult, and I honestly found the fight very cool because it used the parrying mechanic to pace how the fight played out. Beautiful. Bang! Oh, yeah. With that fight completed, we were able to get the achievement for defeating the Vagary champion, but unfortunately I did miss some secrets in that level, so we had to go back through it to find them. Once we found the ruby we were missing, I decided to play one more chapter before heading to bed. Unfortunately, that chapter was chapter 5, and this took me a bit over an hour to complete because the chapter involves you flying around on your dragon and taking down this floating city. Some of the collectibles in this area were very difficult to find because there were secret landing spots hidden around the map that I swear I missed like 7 times. Eventually, we were able to finish this chapter and get the achievement for doing that, so I guess it was worth it. For some reason, I forgot about this game for literally a week, but when I did remember to play it again, we started chapter 6 and got this cutscene of Doomslayer breaking free from the Creed's control and discovering for himself what free will looks like. Besides that, we were also able to get the achievement for acquiring all of the base shield upgrades during this chapter. The only other thing to do here was just run around and kill every demon while grabbing all of the secrets. Chapter 7 didn't really have anything to note in it, so we were able to actually just fly through it and move on to chapter 8. Here we meet the Agadon champion, and this dude is probably my least favorite out of all of the champions we fight throughout the game. It took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out how his shield mechanic works, so there was a larger portion of the fight where I was just running around confused, but eventually we were able to take him out. Okay. That's fair. I just chop him in half. Yay! With that success, we were able to get another achievement and move on to chapter 9. Here we make our way to the Ancestral Forge with Thera and unlock our first shield rune, which gives us an achievement and also the ability to ground slam enemies every time we parry a ranged attack. With our newfound shield upgrade, we are able to battle our way through a big combat area and finish chapter 9, which I also decide is a good stopping point for day 2. We start the next day with a new setup and face cam, but more importantly, we are now in chapter 10. Here we are able to get the achievement for completing our first weapon mastery, which is pretty much a challenge we unlock once we fully upgrade a weapon. The rest of chapter 10 didn't really have anything to note, so we were able to move on to chapter 11. And funny enough, there wasn't anything worth mentioning for the 100% in this chapter or chapter 12, so we are able to just jump straight to chapter 13. Which also had nothing, but we do fight a new boss at the beginning of chapter 14 and get an achievement for defeating it. The Komodo champion is probably one of my favorite bosses in this game because it moves around very fast and there aren't any dedicated attack phases, so you just have to exchange blows until you emerge victorious. And if we need ammo, we can honestly probably hit him a couple times. There we go. 5 HP in a dream, baby. Alrighty. Komodo champion down. With that fight out of the way, we are able to continue throughout the chapter and get another achievement for unlocking every upgrade for a certain rune on the shield. I decided to go with the daggers for my first max rune because I love how much damage output these things had every time I would hit a parry. After another 20 minutes of some more Doom-related activities, we find ourselves toward the end of the chapter where we get to unlock something called the BFG. This stands for Ballistic Force Crossbow, but I like calling it the Big Friggin' Crossbow because, I mean, that's exactly what it is, and using it grants us another achievement. To finish this chapter, we have to set this giant monster free and ride it into the rift, that way we could go rescue Thera from the demons. Completing this chapter also gives us another achievement, but unfortunately we did miss some things here, so we had to go back and find the secret landing spot we needed to 100% Chapter 14. We are going to skip over the next couple of chapters because once again, nothing related to the 100% happened in them, but just know we did complete chapters 15 through 17. Anyway, chapter 18 starts us off in the belly of the beast. Like, actually, we need to destroy an organ to escape. While we are causing the beast some internal bleeding, we'll call it, we are able to get an achievement for unlocking all melee weapon upgrades, which pretty much means I now can clobber any enemy I please. At the end of this chapter, we also find out that Creed Maker is a bad guy, but let's be honest, everyone saw it coming. I mean, seriously, tell me any good guy you know that looks like that. Anyway, chapter 19 starts with us dead. I'm being serious, we are literally a skeleton that is just way too angry to die. We get the pleasure of berserking our way throughout this chapter, and the game even awards us with a nice achievement for completing it, but unfortunately I didn't berserk hard enough, so I had to go back into the chapter and complete the mission challenge. After taking a day off from Doom, we are able to come back refreshed and get every remaining achievement we have. The first achievement we are able to get in Chapter 20 is for unlocking all shield and melee upgrades, which we definitely didn't do, but apparently that achievement is just broken and randomly pops. Just know that I do end up doing this, it was just later on in the game. However, a little bit later, we actually unlock another achievement here for getting our last demonic essence health upgrade. After roughly 40 minutes of making our way throughout the chapter, we are matched with another leader and are able to take them out and get the achievement for unlocking all demonic essence armor upgrades. We get to end this chapter with another boss fight, except this time it's against Creed Maker. I thought this boss fight was another really enjoyable one that had a good feel all throughout it, and actually seemed a bit difficult at times. More health, get that guy out of here too. There we go. I honestly don't know why I'm not hitting those parries, but it's not too bad. Come on. Oh, we had him so close. I just saw his health bar up there. We're doing good. We are doing phenomenal, actually. Look, I love how I can hit the parries while he's in his shield, but... Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. That's fine. Yes, there we go. That should be it. There we go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. That was an awesome boss fight. We didn't even die. And with him finally taken care of, we are able to complete Chapter 20 and get an achievement for doing so. Chapter 21 didn't have any achievements in the actual chapter, but at the end, we have to fight and defeat this giant titan called the Old One, and then we have to fight Enhanced Azrak. Now, the first two phases of this fight went completely fine, but then the unthinkable happened. Oh, I thought he was gonna stab the dragon. I was about to actually crash out. Holy cow. I'm so glad the dragon did not just get murdered. How'd he fly away? Yeah, needless to say, we went John Wick on this dude and beat the crap out of him. For some reason, we didn't actually kill him here, even though we literally ripped out his main power source from his chest, but it's okay, because we got an achievement for completing Chapter 21, and I will be able to smack him around even more in Chapter 22. Now, I am just going to give a warning now, because there are a lot of achievements that we are going to get in the final chapter, so be ready for the rapid-fire unlocks. The first achievement we can get in Chapter 22 is for unlocking every codex in the game. After a bit more exploring, we then unlock the achievement for finding every toy collectible in the game, and also the achievement for completing every mission challenge in the game. In the next big combat area, we are able to complete the last of our weapon mastery challenges because of a bug that allows you to farm weapon mastery on leaders that are in the execution state because they don't move or attack you. Doing this gives us the achievement for completing all weapon mastery challenges in the game, and the achievement for getting every demonic essence ammo upgrade, and the achievement for unlocking all demonic essence upgrades. Whew. Now, with all that being done, we are finally on the final boss of the game, and we get the pleasure of completely annihilating Azrak and his little witch friend. After that amazing fight and some really cool cutscenes, we get our final achievement for completing the campaign on any difficulty, and as the credits roll, we are able to celebrate the 100%. Overall, Doom the Dark Ages is a very fun game that has a lot of good combat elements and a pretty good story. All the boss fights were very engaging without feeling overly complicated. The fast-paced nature of this game made the 100% very fun, and if you did enjoy this video and want to see me continue my journey on 100%ing every game, please consider liking and subscribing. God bless you all, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.